Just Team ToooBananas hanging out. Rob getting his dick fucked.
Captain of Team ToooBananas. I just got done from the Celebrations event. I played the Broly deck. I ended up going X2. Won 4 games, lost 2.
At the Celebrations event?
Yeah, for Sunday. I did another deck for Saturday teams. I'll do that one later. This deck is a lot more impressive than I think. Though the other deck was pretty badass. Let's get into the deck profile. Here's my leader. Everyone knows what Broly does. Is broken. A leader like this never should have been made. When he attacks, he's the yellow leader. When he attacks, you take a life and draw a card. You can use Bloodlust, Awakening. I'm tap 2 mana. This side, he has 3 effects. When this card attack, draws a card. Activate, rest one of your opponent. That only comes into play really when an opponent tries to counter me. I just fuck him up. And last effect, take a life to resend something. So it's pretty amazing. Look into the deck. So to start off the main core of the deck, I'm actually running the Vegito package. I'm running 4 of these Gokus.
The spice.
Honestly, this deck is super spicy. This card's fucking amazing. You play 2 mana, play this guy on the board. You discard a card from your hand, and then you search your entire deck for a Vegeta. Put that Vegeta into play and tap a blue mana. I put 2 Vegetas. You really don't. I put 4 Goku so I can guarantee I can draw. I don't have to search for it. But 2 Vegetas because you really don't need more than that. I don't run that many Overwhelm cards, so unless you fuck up, you should always be there. If I can, I try to keep a Vegeta in hand. Never charge Vegeta, because if one's in your life, then you charge when you're a fucking idiot. But, so basically you play 2 mana, discard a card, get this guy out. You have 10k, you swing at your opponent, and that's damage right there. Swing at your opponent with the Broly leader. That's another attack right there. And then you go into the rest of the package. These Vegetos, which is amazing, honestly. He's a 3-drop, but if you play the Goku and the Vegeta, comes for 1 mana and you draw 2 cards. So you basically
when you Union Absorb.
Yeah, when you Union Absorb, yeah, there you go. When you play him normally, you only draw 1 card, but if you have a Union Absorb, you also get 1. Then he has 2. You pay 2 mana to summon a Vegito from your energy area. It's equal to or less than your mana, and play it, and you kind of swap them for mana. So basically, the best thing to do is the Vegito you plan on grabbing, make sure that's rest mode. You can use that for mana. That way you can swap them out. That way you're not losing mana. I play 3 candies. The candies are amazing because you play the Vegito, you swing, do damage, tag out, play the candy, swing at your opponent, and then tag back out and draw 1. So usually if you can get this off, you usually like 3 or 4 cards each Vegito, which is nice. Because this candy allows you to only get back to the regular Vegito. We're going to play 1 candy per turn. And since he's only played for the mana, I only run 3 of them. If you run more than that, I guess you can. I realize that it's best at 3 because I only need to charge it once, and the rest I use is combo power, things like that. I put the boss monster of the deck, Vegito Full Throttle. Very strong card if you play it correctly. He's a dual attack, double strike. It's like 1 barrier creature, no barrier, and return your opponent's hand. It's a really strong card. I usually get like 3 attacks off this when I do end up playing him. I usually win by turn 4, so he's not always that relevant, but if I do need to play him, I play him. I play these ratios, because as I said before, just like the candy, they can only play from the mana, and I don't want to see it too often. Yeah, it's a 10k combo power, which isn't bad, but honestly, like, I only see it. If I play him, I usually win, unless I misplay it, obviously. I'll go into that later. But I can usually get a huge board with this deck, because the way I built the deck is I made Shugesh to make a primary target. I'll show you in a moment. I play 4 Shugesh. I know you're thinking, Konoha shuts this deck down. That's actually not true at all. The way I built this deck is that if I get Konoha, not only do they have no mana to negate any of my attacks, they may add another turn onto my kill. So people who did Konoha me this weekend, they only added I still killed them by turn 4 when I won. So, strong card. It's a 10k. We can also special summon a lot of stuff from the deck. The only thing you can't special summon is Full Throttle and some of the other cards, but this card's amazing. It basically gives you an extra attack on. Also, another thing with this deck as well, you don't really need to combo with this deck. You only need to a little bit, but realistically, I always try to swing with that creature because it's so strong anyways. Play 4 Senzu Beans. Usually use them for offensive because they extend my plays. And if for some reason my opponent has like a Borgos on board, I'll rest mode it, play a Goku, kill it, and then go into another Vegito. I play 2 Prefaces because if I tap out, my opponent's like, oh, my opponent can't do anything else. I swing at him. It's like, well, I'll just take the hit. I'll Shugesh this guy into play, get 2 mana back. So that it's like usually about 25 to 30k I just swung with them. So we get this card, another 15k, and I'll just go into more shit. So pretty awesome, nice. It's pretty awesome. Not many things shut this deck down unless you just fucking brick hard like I did in round 6. Play one Foo. I don't really need overwhelm cards. I draw so much anyways. It's possible you could mark maybe run 2 Foos. But I feel like you only need 1, honestly. It's a 1 mana, double striker, draw 1. Plus with my leader, I can swing with them twice.
Draw 2.
I'll draw 2. My bad. Draw 2. Apologize about that. If you also want to, you can. I only one time actually used it for 10k combo because I was trying to save my Gohan. Thinking they end up warping anyways, which is kind of gay, but shit happens. Pulling together strikers of the deck. I play 2 of the 30k Gokus. I play 1 sideboard, but this card's amazing. If you're against the Frieza army deck, the one that says you're trying to lock down your opponent, this is honestly how you beat it. 30k, keep punching them in the face, and then restand it, swing again. It's pretty strong, good to use.
You played against that deck today?
Not today, but I did play at locals against my buddy Levi. My matchups today were round 1 was Broly. At least my buddy Broly. I beat him 2-1. But I ended up giving him the match win because I honestly thought I was just going to leave anyways, but I ended up staying.
He thinks he's good because he got the last hit.
Round 2, there was no, it was a no-show. Round 3 was Super Shenron, I 2-0'd it. It was kind of close, but honestly, like, I just kind of ran right through the deck.
I don't know if I can
4 was Janemba, ran right through it. Just added so much pressure they couldn't do anything about it. And then round 5, another Janemba. They did a little bit better because he sent to be more effectively. Because usually Janemba players try to they don't try to stack their beans, but this guy stacked his beans. He saw what I was doing and double beamed every time. I still ended up winning. Game 1, he got me down to 8 cards in my deck. But in game 2, I had like 15, 16 cards. But the other Janemba player, the lowest amount of cards I had was like 22 cards, which wasn't a big deal. We're going into the rest of the deck.
I'll be over here spamming.
2 Sun Gohan ability obtained. So originally I put this in the original version of the deck. Wasn't that good. I was like, whatever. I love the artwork. I love the card. So I put it in there. This card was supposed to be swapped out for the vanilla
7
30.
minutes.
What'd you say?
7 minutes.
No. So this Gohan was supposed to be the 30k. But I forgot it at home. I'm actually glad I kept this guy because putting a bean on this guy and swing, and then restanding him and swinging again is fucking amazing. Most likely his opponent can't do anything about it. Like, it just does so much damage. It's 3 mana that makes your opponent 2 cards.
And another Shugesh target.
Oh yeah, another Shugesh target too. Like, just draw it into my opponent. And he's a threat. Like, my opponent kept trying to kill this guy, I just kept protecting him. He's basically a 20k on defense. Going into my more yellow package, I run 3 bad rings. Because I don't want my opponent to negate shit. My goal is for my opponent to negate something and just fucking ruin their day. That's the whole point of this deck, is ruin your opponent's day. Play 3 Bloodlusts, which this card was my MVP until round 6. Didn't see it game 1 until turn 4. Then game 2, I didn't see it at all. Like, I thought I ended up losing. The guy was a good player, whatever. It's Broly. Broly's already a hard matchup for this deck, and if you don't draw what you need, you lose. And I wasn't seeing shit of what I need. Like, I wouldn't, like, it happens. I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? It was a good game to the guy. He got 2-2-0'd me. But what really put the nail in the coffin of me losing was that I played the Vegito. I played a 3-drop Vegito, took the life, untapped 2 mana, go into the 4-drop, but I forgot that it only kills barrier or bounces barrier back. So as soon as I played it, I was like, bounce it back. He's like, read the card, like, no, it doesn't. I was like, oh, you're right, it doesn't have barrier. GG, you win. I was like, I had 7 cards in my hand, and maybe I could have lived, but I was like, fuck it, it's not, like, I was like, I lost. It is what it is. I misplayed. I might as well give that as a win. But for search power, I played 2 Planet Vegetos. This allows me to pull out anything I want to. Levi actually recommended this card. It's amazing. 2 is a perfect number for this deck. You can get basically any card you want to out of the deck. I run a lot of extra cards, that is true, but just charge the first yellow extra card you see.
Every Saiyan's 4 or less, right?
Yeah, every Saiyan in the deck is 4 or less. The only card that's higher than 4 is Flu, which is whatever. Flu can't be searched, so I don't give a fuck. But yeah, Planet Vegeta is amazing. Very dope card. It helps out the deck a lot. To really screw my opponent over from trying to, like, because my opponent was, I knew Super Shenron was going to be there, I played 3 Borgos in the main board. And 2 commies. I did 2 commies just for my opponent trying to get overwhelming.
I'm a champion.
Realistically,
all you did was sit on the side of the map and spam.
if you wanted to, these could easily be the Weeses, the Mana Weeses. Same thing, honestly. But I had commies just in case my opponent would overspam me. I didn't see that today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe that player, if the player wasn't that good, maybe it wasn't that good. But this deck had
9:30.
this deck had no threat against Super Shenron. Like, I don't know, because I had the Borgos is constantly my sideboard was Black Mass Saiyans. So I don't know. I like to take a lot of spams. Just got pause it.
Go.
So going into the defensive cards of the deck, I run 2 Time Magics. It's a strong card. I wanted to make sure my opponent didn't have multiple attacks on me. And Time Magic seemed perfect for that. Sometimes I usually charge in my games. My deck is so aggressive, I don't super need it. But I usually I charge the first one I see. I keep the second one in my hand when I'm at 3 or 4 life, just to make sure my opponent can't just kill me. But usually when I'm going for kill, I just charge it. Or like by turn 4 or 5, I didn't really go to 5, but if I ever got to turn 5, I just charge it. Usually turn 4, I charged it. It's a card just to prevent your opponent from getting hell attacks off. Play 2 of these guys. It's amazing against barrier defenders. Just blows them right up. I'll get the Junior players every time they play a Vegito or Deadly Defender. I literally play this guy, blow their dude up on top of mana.
Did I suggest that card to you?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you guys that card too. It's an amazing card. My buddy Robert didn't think the card was that good. He's like, "Oh, what's a barrier card?" He's like, "What's a barrier card?" And I was like,
Robert's trash too.
So
He tied all his
Who the
games.
fuck is that guy?
He's an old man, so you guys know.
And I played
Anyways.
2 of the SPR Gokus.
FR Vegito.
So it's really funny is that
Trash.
a lot of the time my opponent would swing with their Janemba at Magma Mind Creature because 19,000. I'd be like, okay, Shugesh, Vegeta, kill it, GG.
The childish Janemba.
Yeah, childish Janemba, whatever. I didn't say GG, that'd be a dick move to do. Also, these are really good for defensive. The only time I really use these was against the Broly leader to do. I kept blowing up his stuff, but he could just get without the right cards to really become aggressive against him. I couldn't follow up on it. Like, I could clear his board with these, but then he just rebuild his board back up because I didn't draw shit I needed. It happens. It is what it is. Going into the sideboard. So the sideboard is pretty trash. I didn't expect it to stay longer than round 3, so I just threw something together. So that was well thought out. It's a mirror, strong card. I usually side this against Janemba.
Spam is how we do this.
And with one guy, game 2, he put 3 beans on his dude, and he had 3 life left. I was like, fuck it. Played Mira, swing.
Deal with bitch.
He negated it out like battling
I
laser,
thought he
took the
thought
damage.
that was
I
so
reststood it with my
much.
leader, swung again with him. He went from like 135 to like over 20,000. He negated it like battling laser again, and he just used leader's effect. I just passed. Strong card because at that point he had no cards in his hand. 3 beans down. I was like, fuck it. And plus, I still had a good board, but I wasn't gonna keep attacking. Another 30k. Really strong striker in the deck. If you want to run the blue ones, you can, but I think the color ratio is pretty good right now. Helps out a lot. Just having a 30k, just 30k is amazing. Pretty helpful to use. Plus, I can cast them if I need to. Probably 2 Konoas in case it was against a Broly deck, and I don't want them to use their Shigesh, but I want my Shigesh to be live. I noticed a lot of people didn't have time control Konoa. Only one person did. I went against. Which, if you think about it, is kind of crazy. But anyways, Konoa just shut that on the deck. So here's the crappy sideboard I put in. New Broly cards. These were kind of helpful. Right here. This can help me more than anything because I can keep something in rest mode. I just want to make sure it's the right one.
Boys are gonna fight.
Yeah.
I said go fight.
So I do feel a little bad because I'm not familiar with the card too much, but the Power Booster Goku had barrier. When I played this, I had targeted it. I didn't realize I didn't have barrier, neither did my opponent, I guess, and so I just kept it in rest mode and just killed it. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I guess I technically cheated. I admit that, but I didn't realize I didn't have barrier until after round 6. I was talking to somebody. I was like, maybe it was after that round. I don't remember. I remember talking to somebody. I was like, oh shit, I had barrier or whatever. It wouldn't have mattered too much because they couldn't strike with it, and I ended up winning the next turn anyways. But yes, this only helped me against my buddy Terry because of his combo power. So broken.
Terry sucks.
And I never played the 7-drop.
He's better than Rob though. He doesn't tie as much.
The last bit of the sideboard is the Black Mass Saiyans. This card is really good against Super Shenron if they have a low hand. Because when I was playing against Super Shenron, she was actually really cool. She said that this was a bad card to use, but dangerous, but she had no board. I had 2 Borgoses and one of these on board, and she had 4 cards in hand. So the way I saw it is, yeah, she's going to discard, but if she has no hand, even if she had another turn, like, I was feeling pretty confident and safe. That's the deck profile. It's a fun deck. It's actually a really good deck. I'm not just saying that as one of the, oh my god, it's a really good deck. Like, I really do believe I didn't break. I could be rolling. This deck is really strong with the meta is. Like, I'm not one to. I guess I can overhype something, but I do promise you, if you build this deck and you learn how to use it effectively, you can win a lot of the meta decks right now. It does kind of. It Broly is a hard matchup, but I can't beat it. Like they can blow up my stuff. They only blow up one creature, and I just swarm the board. I just can draw my Goku's. Like I do one Goku.
My reaction's getting better.
Is what it is.
All right. So you said the sideboard was lackluster, but is there anything main deck you would have changed at all for the event?
The only thing I may have changed was the commies, but I still like the commies as is. They could have been the Weeses, but I didn't have them. But even I still like the commies anyways. Even if I would have had the Weeses, I think it would have been commies. On the sideboard, I would have thrown the Fubas in there, Nimbuses.
I'm just showing your practice on really. That's all.
Maybe double strikes, but realistically, I didn't need my sideboard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Janemba, this deck runs through Janemba. It runs the Trainer Janemba. Super Shenron. It did very well against Super Shenron. It was trying to game me. I can battering the shit. I can overwhelm the board. This deck goes off on turn 2. I promise you that. Turn 3 is an optimal turn for kill.
Man, just trying to make
Turn 4 you win. Like I'm sorry, but you. At one point I had about. I think I had like a board of 8 creatures on it. Like, and even if someone were to call me, let's have like someone does call me my big old board. Okay, they lose their entire. They have no mana, most likely because it's probably turn 3. And I just go on my turn to keep going into plays. Like, this deck doesn't break often. Like, round 1 didn't brick, round 2 didn't play, so it doesn't count. Round 3 didn't brick, round 4 didn't brick, round 5 didn't brick. It bricked hard round 6. 2 games in a row, it happens. Like,
So overall, very happy with the deck,
I'm
though.
fucking hell happy. I think Levi, I think Terry, and I think Matt. Like, they helped me with this deck a lot. Because I first played this deck, I was getting ran on. Also, Baby's a tough matchup with this deck, but that's because it can just neg 15, there's no barrier cards. But if you're really scared about Baby, just throw barrier cards in the sideboard and find something to take out. But like the deck's really strong. I think it's the most effective way to play Vegito right now. So that's Team ToooBananas coming out. Bye bye.
All right.